We finally got a nice day. We're finally going to get to the Nova. Let's do it. Got the drop. All right, well, she's up there. We're going to go ahead and roll up underneath and start going over some of this stuff. I guess we'll start from the front. I don't want to rush through this, but there's quite a bit. So when I got this car, I picked this up off of a gentleman that bought it sight unseen off of a restoration company up in, I think it was in Michigan or something. They listed it or advertised it as a like a basically fully restored. They didn't say it was a numbers matching SS, but they pretty much insinuated that that's what it was. Needless to say, this car was nothing like it was advertised to be. So he got the car. Long story short, it was not at all what they advertised it to be. He was taken for a ride. So the car had like 15-year-old bias ply tires on it. It had a Saginaw transmission in it that was not correct for the car. It wasn't even originally a manual transmission car, so they had gutted a massive hole in the floor, which is a shame because somebody did do a pretty nice job of putting floors in the car. But the brakes were a mess. The brakes didn't even work. I ended up having to trailer the car from the gentleman's house that I bought it from. But he never even drove it. He got it delivered to the house, and because of the brake situation, he bought several different sets of brake calipers and couldn't figure out what was going on with it, and finally gave up on it and listed it for sale. So fast forward to me purchasing the car. I put a set, I had it trailered, obviously. Immediately purchased a set of Willwood calipers and a new master cylinder. I wasn't even going to play around. I was going to get this thing on the road as quick as possible, and this fixed the problem. So what I found when I took the calipers off, when I took the brakes all apart, was that there was a metric caliper on this side, standard caliper on this side. So it looked like this side had the factory disc brake caliper, or whether it was factory or not, it was the original GM style caliper. On this side, it had some type of aftermarket caliper. Not really sure what it was. My guess is it was probably like a parts store type caliper, like a replacement caliper. And it did not have the correct master cylinder for a disc drum setup. So what I would guess is that the car was probably drum from the factory. They just threw disc brakes on it and tried to sell it as a disc brake car, which it probably was not. So that was problem number one. We fixed that. Like I said, got these beautiful Willwood brakes, and that was the first modification we made to this car. And man, I wish we had this channel back then, because we went through hell trying to figure it out. The car came with a brand new set of disc brakes, an entire set. It was the rotors, calipers, everything, the mounts that he had purchased from a pretty reputable place. So they were in the trunk. He just didn't have the patience or the time to install them. He was pretty much fed up with the car and done with it. So I put them on, bled them all out. Was still having problems. I don't know if the calipers were bad or if it just had something to do with the proportioning valve or the master cylinder. There was something just wasn't right. They weren't matching up. So anyway, like I said, fast forward, we got this caliper kit and a new master cylinder, and everything worked out. So then we went to the front suspension. All of that was completed. The guy I bought it from had already put these tubular control arms on it. Not really sure what prompted that, but I'm thankful because they are pretty nice. I don't think they're anything super special, but they are pretty nice control arms. So in seeing that, I went ahead and finished the suspension out the way I wanted it. I put new tie rods in inner and outer, and then went ahead with the Ride Tech Street Grip front suspension, which is a small block spring in there, and their adjustable street shocks, as well as a massive sway bar. So that drastically changed the ride of this car. A lot of the things that were done to the car, you know, the company that I guess did the restoration, they did do a lot of nice upgrades. You can see the power steering box looks like it's been restored, or at least if it's not new, it's been restored. The bumpers are brand new. I put the brand new cold case radiator in it. The radiator that was in it was way too small. It had an aluminum radiator in it, but it was way too small. Another thing, I don't know if I still have any of them left, but it had all of the body mounts at some point, I guess, were removed from the car. I'm looking around. If you see it, I'm like looking on the floor. I know you can't tell what I'm looking at, but all the body mounts were removed from the car and replaced with hockey pucks. They were basically just hockey pucks with holes drilled in them. Just literally a hockey puck. This is not one of them. I think this was, I don't know where I found this one. It might have been in the trunk or something like that, but they literally just had, you know, ice hockey pucks with holes drilled in them, and that's what was used for body mounts. So now I know that was probably common in the 60s and 70s when polyurethane really, or I'm sorry, the polyurethane mounts weren't really a thing. The Delrin mounts weren't really a thing. But the fact that they had this thing apart and then put them back in, put those hockey pucks back in, that's just mind-blowing. Because these floors, as you can see, the floors were replaced when I had the carpet out to put the rear portion of the Ride Tech in. There's actually a date underneath the rear seat that shows that the floors were completely replaced in like 2017. So somebody had the floors out of this car and then actually put the hockey pucks back in the car. So I replaced all the hockey pucks with energy suspension. I don't know if you can really see, but energy suspension mounts. You can see the new hardware there. So that's all done there. And obviously when we did the subframe connectors, that's when we found the ones back here. So you can see now there's all the correct body mounts in there now. So we'll move back. The headers, it had exhaust manifolds in it. These headers are temporary. If you go back and watch my video on the header install, that'll get more explained. This exhaust system is awful. Whatever exhaust, I don't know what they did with this exhaust system, but it's 2 1/4 inch. It's certainly not enough. I mean, this engine isn't really making a whole lot of horsepower, but the 2 1/4 is extremely restrictive. So I'm not really sure what I'm going to do with this yet, because there are going to be some hurdles, some fitment hurdles with the Ride Tech rear suspension. So I'm going to have to try to figure that out. I'm probably going to have to custom make something to fit over top of the axle. But that's why I haven't done anything yet. But that's coming. But anyway, we removed the Saginaw 4-speed, rebuilt a nice solid M20 Muncie 4-speed, put that in here. The Saginaw, it was really, not that there's anything wrong with Saginaws. The Saginaws are they're decent transmissions for low horsepower situations, which is what this kind of is. It probably would have survived a little longer, but it was starting to grind, and sometimes it was getting hung up in gear. I didn't want to get left on the side of the road. I want this thing to be reliable. So had a Muncie laying around, made a video on that rebuild. Actually, I think it's a two-part series. You can go back and check that out. Also rebuilt a Hurst shifter for it. So you can see that the Hurst Competition Plus shifter is up in there. Kind of hard to see. I guess I should probably get a light. All right, maybe that's a little easier. So now you can see freshly rebuilt. Actually, this one's a new one. I rebuilt one and it didn't fit well. Had a new one sitting on the shelf, so we put this one in. But if you go back and watch those videos, you'll see all that drama. So this is all fresh, new bell housing. Had all that set up. So that's all new since I've got it. Got the nice new trans mount there. What we found with this was really wild. There was only one bolt actually holding this cross member in place. Those nuts, there was only one nut, and it was, I think, this one. This one was missing, and both of these were missing. And what I found out was whoever put that cross member in last put the split washers, the lock washers, on the bolt side. So the nut side didn't have any lock washers. The lock washers were on the top side. So eventually the nuts worked themselves loose, fell off, and the only thing left holding that cross member on was one bolt with one nut. And that is absolutely wild. So luckily we did that when we did it, because that probably wouldn't have held up very much longer. So anyway, moving on to the modifications. These RideTech subframe connectors, absolutely works of art. RideTech is top quality. Man, they did some nice work. So you see the way they mount kind of inside the front subframe. Could have probably welded them in. I'm not really ready to do that yet. I may do that in the future. I'm not really sure if I'm done pulling this thing apart, so I didn't want to do that yet. So I just kind of mounted them the way they're supposed to be, the way the directions tell you to. So they kind of sandwich in between the body mount, the frame mount, bolt in there, and then have those 4 bolts to support them, and then run all the way back into your coil or your leaf spring pocket. So you can use these without the 4-link kit. You can use these with just regular leafs. You would basically just put the front of your leaf spring into the subframe connector and then put that in place of your leaf spring pocket. Obviously I chose the 4-link, but had to do a little bit of modification here inside the torque box. You know, you got to expect some things. I had to cut a little bit back here and press it up and re-weld it just to kind of level it out. It just wasn't level with the other side of the car, so just a little bit of work. And there you can see the other side. And as we work back, see our fuel line. I replaced the fuel line with a little bit better quality. Put some braided fuel line in there. I covered it up with some protectant there, a little bit of heat protectant, and just to keep it safe. You know, we don't want fuel. Ooh, what is that? Definitely gotta take care of that. I'll figure out what that is and fix it. Put that in a better place. But anyway, so moving back, when I ordered the RideTech suspension, I also ordered the fabricated 9-inch, which is, again, I mean, it is a work of art. They do very nice work. This thing is beautiful. RideTech shocks, I believe, are made by Fox. Very nice, great ride quality, a lot of adjustability. The adjustment is, if you look up in here, you can kind of see it right up there. So when the car's on the ground, it's not real difficult to get to. And you can see Fox label there, but very easy to adjust. Very easy to adjust ride height and the spring preload. Basically, just loosen that little nut or Allen head there, and you can literally do it by hand. They have a great setup here. You don't even need a spanner wrench. It's really nice. So, double adjustable upper and lower control arms. And then we have a Curry third member, which is it's Curry's posi unit. It's a basically like a True Track. It's a gear-driven posi unit, but it's Curry's version. So, and we're all set up back here for power. Not necessarily forward of this, but back here we're set up to make some power. So we're all ready. I stuck with drums in the back. No need to. I wasn't really too concerned about the back brakes. Pretty big set of drums. I'm not really worried about putting discs back here. It stops great. Don't have any issues. But so that's about it for the underside. I think that pretty much covers all the things that I've done so far. We do have some plans. I guess turn you guys around. We do have some plans. I would really like to put a 5-speed in the car. I want to try to, the goal for the car is to try to make it as easy to drive. You know, I don't want the thing to be annoying to drive. The exhaust has to get taken care of. That is an absolute mess. I think I said 2 1/4 inch earlier. It's actually a 2-inch. The pipes are actually 2-inch. Where is it at? Yeah, you can see it. It's like written right here, 2-inch, which is it's ridiculous. I don't know what they were thinking when they put that on there. I don't know if that's like the factory size or what, but that's got to go. I have a brand new set of headers out in my trailer that are going to go on it. We have a set of AFR heads here that are going to go on it as well. These are the Enforcer 200cc heads. So I just got to figure out what cam I want to put in the car. It does have a, let's put it down so we can go over some of the other things. The engine's brand new. It has a, the gentleman I bought it from put an ATK crate motor in it. So the bottom end should be good to go. There's no reason really to replace the bottom end. I had thought about building a stroker for it rather than putting these heads on this motor, or just building I have a 4-bolt 350 in the backyard, so I thought about just building a 383 and putting that in here. But there's really no need to. I feel like it would kind of just be, a waste of money at this point. So I think what we're going to do is put those heads on this engine, on this short block, slide a new cam in it, because everything has to chop. Definitely need more chop out of this thing. So I got to figure out what cam we're going to put in it. It's definitely going to be a roller of some sort, and then that'll be a project for the winter time. So this is what we're working with under the hood. It's clean. It's like I said, it's nothing special. Very very mild 350. It's the ATK Stage 3, they call it. 330 horse is what they advertise it as. I'd be surprised if it's making anywhere near 300 horsepower, but that's what it's advertised as. The heads are like massive 76cc combustion chamber smog heads, so that's why I picked up those AFR heads. I got them off Marketplace. They were a pretty good deal. So brand new, never bolted on. So they would even alone probably wake this up pretty significantly, but I don't want to do all that work without putting a cam in it. So we'll figure out what cam we're going to put in it, and that'll be a nice significant project. That'll be couple, maybe a weekend or two project where we rip this motor apart and get get it making some ponies. We'll put those new headers that I have in the backyard on it. They're a nice set of Hedman ceramic coated headers. And then figure this exhaust system out, because that 2-inch exhaust is certainly not going to cut it. It also, I've mentioned it on several other videos. I have a brand new wiring harness from American Auto Wire right there. That's a full wiring harness, so that is going to be in here as well. That's going to be a project as well, probably coming up in off driving season. So we have a lot of things, a lot of plans, a lot of things to do. We should have a lot for the channel. But we'll go through the interior, I suppose. We can take a look in here. It's a little dirty right now. I apologize. Please don't judge. But not a whole lot to see in here. It's in pretty good shape. I do have a new to me, I should say, set of door panels that I picked up in Carlisle out in the back. The deluxe type with the wood grain. I just want to put new window fuzzies on them, and I need to get the back ones to match. But other than that, this is a pretty standard Nova interior. Not a big fan of those gauges, the big 2 5/8 gauges. Those are going to be coming out soon. I do have, if you saw over there on top of the heads, I have a set of the smaller 2 16th inch gauges, so they're going to be going in here soon. Today we are going to replace the bushings in our sun visors, because these like to just drop down sometimes while you're driving. As you can see, this one's already kind of hanging down. So we're going to replace those, and we're going to get this grimy pitted glove compartment lock out of there. We're going to replace that as well. So outside of that, this is that's about it. This is, like I said, a pretty basic Nova interior. Nothing special. And that beautiful back end. All right, well, this being of the 3-pedal variety, it's not going to be real easy for me to hold on to you guys and drive at the same time. So we're going to have to figure this one out. Miss Chop's working, so we're all by ourselves. I'm going to stick you guys in between the bench seats here. Oh, that's unfortunate. Trial and error, folks, trial and error. Yeah. guys for coming. Thank you guys for watching the Chop and Jalopy YouTube channel. Hope you like, subscribe, and come back for more. Appreciate you.